life in the Royal Air Force is not all about the job that you do. It's about the people you interact with, the places you get to visit, things you get to see, and the activities you get involved in. Last summer, we met a whole host of people who found their sporting passion here at the RAF.
Do you think, had you not have played football, you would be as good as you are at your job?
You said she was good.
I like this one, it's nice. It is relaxing, isn't it?
Come on, that beat you.
And now, over the next few days, we're going to dive into the lives of 3 of these women to see what they get up to. From the day job to getting out on the pitch, it's all a big part of their life in the Royal Air Force. It's 7 a.m. and over at RAF Cosford, Lucy's getting ready for a full day of training out on the football pitch.
First thing we do when we get here is we come and get our kit for the week, all our training kit. So I'm just heading into the kit person and rubbers to grab what I need. Hello, mate. You alright? Yeah, good stuff. There you go. So I'll just grab a tracksuit, some shorts, socks, just everything for the week, and then this gets turned around daily after our training sessions by the lovely rubbers.
So this morning we've had a recovery session. This afternoon we're coming out for a football session for more recovery this evening, and then going out for a team meal tonight before match day tomorrow.
And what are you heading off to do now?
We're going to be doing some finishing practicing today, so working with the front line, hopefully scoring a few goals and increasing confidence for tomorrow.
Not all of our athletes are out training today. And over at Gatwick, Chloe's morning is off to a slightly slower start.
Before I would probably do some fizz in the morning, maybe like a run or go to the gym, and then I'd come back, have some breakfast if I go to work. And then I'd either work remotely, which I'd just work from in the lounge, or I would go into the office. So since I've last saw you, I've unfortunately had an injury which has stopped me running, but I've also got pregnant and engaged, so a bit of a back step from running, but other things to focus on, and I'll get back to that eventually. This is my single living accommodation that the military issue if you're on a job without a station nearby. So this is the kitchen, and then, sorry, all my work stuff is just scattered around. Small bathroom, and then just a bedroom. It's not too bad really, considering I should be in a barrack block. So this is a massive perk of the job, definitely. And then it would be another bedroom next door, which I just use to like store my running kit, trainers, clothes, to just make everywhere else look really tidy, basically.
So in the RAF, my job title is Air and Space Operations Specialist, but here my posting is with the CAA. Our main job is to issue NOTAMs. NOTAMs are Notice to Airmen, so basically we'll issue these for any sort of activity that goes on within airspace, so it could be anything like fireworks, drones, military activities, and then these will be issued so all pilots or crew can see what's going on, and they may avoid these areas.
With this job there's not a lot of difference because it's quite a quiet office, but you do have that sort of social aspect as well, which is nice, which is what I do miss about being on a camp. You don't have like the social if you're sat at home, so it is nice to see other people, and I do probably get more work done at home, to be honest, because I'm not like going around looking for people to chat to. So all around this office is different CAA departments, so that's where we'll be over there, and that's the officers and the regulators, and that's where I work. And then all down here you've got just different departments. Not really sure what they do, but something important in airspace. And then over here is the MOD DATM side, which is Defence Air Traffic Management, which is actually where my post falls under. So they do anything sort of defence airspace wise, so dealing with restrictions. So for the King's coronation, they were the ones that actually create new airspace. So if it wasn't for them, the fly pass wouldn't have gone ahead. So they deal with all that sort of pretty cool thing. And this is actually quite a busy day. Most people are from all over the country, so they work remotely. Like even over my section, that's actually quite a busy day. And then another tea and coffee station down the other end, which is the one that we use. Very important. And then every floor is pretty much just like this. But yeah, that's the floor.
So it has been really hard actually, especially initially. I'm very, I've ran all my life, I've competed all my life. I ran the quickest an RAF has ever ran for marathon, female, 2 years ago, and I thought I would just go up, and I got the Commonwealth standard and I saw it progressing, and suddenly it came to a stop. Last time we did our video cast, on the way home I found out I'd got a sacral stress fracture, and that was actually the second one. So after that I just thought I obviously need a good time away from the sport to reset my body, making my body healthy. It has given me the chance to get pregnant as well, so sometimes these things happen for a reason, I suppose. So it's been hard, but you know, it's a different chapter now in my life, and I will definitely return to the marathon running post-baby hopefully, but maybe it's all just happened at the right time. So.
Back over at RAF Cosford, Lucy and the team have finished training for the day and are getting ready to unwind with a bit of a cold plunge.
Freezing. No, I can't. No, it's really cold.
I'm glad you didn't put any
Oh
more
my
ice in
God.
that.
How long are you? 8. 8's enough. Ooh.
So guys, why do you actually do these ice baths?
Oh, science. It's just to help recovery, promotes recovery. I'm sure there is more science to it, but it just flushes out the toxins and stuff. And yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, just feel good. Even if it doesn't necessarily work, it does its job. It doesn't feel good right now. It's freezing. Freezing.
How often do you do these?
After every session in the afternoon, we'll come in the ice bath, yeah.
Like 3 channels
Keeping fit as an athlete isn't just about getting on the pitch or hitting the gym. It's about making sure you look after yourself too. A quick trip to the physio before match day means Lucy can get on top of any of those last-minute aches and pains.
A little bit literal impulse coming through there. Okay, the next time it does that big impulse, what when you do straighten your leg, just hold it at the top and really squeeze that muscle. Okay, in a minute it's just going to be pulsing. Squeeze, good.
Yeah.
Nice lemony one again.
I love the lemon one. It's nicer. Why does one kick in before it?
So it can have it as well. It can be just an inhibition thing. So if you haven't trained this muscle, it just switches off a bit, and then that takes over, and your rep pen, which is this one here. And then as a result of that compensation, just the timing goes a bit. So what should happen when you kick and run is you start from initiating here, then it kicks in there, kicks in there, and kicks in your hips.
Oh, right, so
it's just slightly before that sort of was. Okay, last one, you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Hold that. Good, squeeze.
I've played football literally my whole life since I was a little kid. Joining the Air Force, I knew there was a lot of opportunities for sport. So as soon as I passed my phase 2 training, I got in touch with the managers at my station, and they passed me onto this and came for a trial and been playing ever since. We're going to go out for a team meal, aren't we?
Yeah, going to go to Nando's and then maybe come back here and stick a film on, just have a chill night ready for the game tomorrow.
Get some team morale going.
And how do you start your morning tomorrow?
Up bright and early for the mess breakfast. I love it. Then we will go for a walk maybe.
Yeah.
Just stretch the legs out and prepare for the game.
And what are your feelings going into tomorrow's game?
Looking forward to it. Playing a bit of a different position than what I usually would, but no, confident.
Yeah, I think it should be a good game. I think it'd be the toughest one we've had.
The opposition, they're just in a good league. They play Tier 4, which is what I play on the weekends. So, yeah, be a good battle for us.
And as the team unwind ahead of their match tomorrow, the evening begins to set in across the base. Back at Gatwick, Chloe is taking it easy after another day at the office.
So when I first came to Gatwick, I was actually living in the Holiday Inn for 2 weeks while they split out for me. But then when I got here, I was really surprised. Like, it was fully furnished, even like brand new saucepans, cutlery, all sorted for me. I think basically anything that you would get in a military barrack block, they still provide for you here. Maybe even a little bit more actually. So yeah, it was super easy moving in. Everything was ready. Just obviously added my own like homely things. But yeah, it was really good. My family are definitely the reason like I've got to where I've got to with running and like wanting more and joining the military. Since I was like 11, they would drive me all around the country, take me to races every weekend. They gave up most of their free times on the evenings in the week to take me to training. So they've definitely been like the main reason I've got to where I've got to. There's just so much going on at the minute, but I think sometimes you just need to take a step back and think, oh, actually, it's a really exciting time at the minute. A lot going on with work as well, lots of changes. There'll be maternity leave in May, which means I'll be away from work for maybe 9 to 12 months. And then following that, I'm just excited to get back stuck into work. Maybe do my officer training at some point, but whichever route I go down, it'll definitely be a long career in the Royal Air Force for sure.
It's a brisk morning at RAF Cosford, and Lucy isn't the only athlete preparing for a long day of sporting action.
So the importance of getting a quick workout in for the day is because it sets me up positively. It then allows me to focus on the tasks that I've got throughout that day, and then I can go back and train later on. So today's plan consisted of getting up at 6:30 to come in here for 7, obviously to get a row machine and some weights in. We've got the AGM at 9 o'clock, which is our annual general meeting. After that, we'll have one land training session, a water polo session in the pool, followed by a match fixture tonight. So the AGM is our annual meeting. It basically consists of everyone on the committee talking and briefing, explaining the positives from last year and what the lessons are learnt moving forwards, so obviously we can make improvements for our team. So 9 times out of 10 I will train on my own. Usually my sessions consist of WODs and weights at the moment, just to keep that conditioning aspect up. So normally in the morning I'll do a WOD, which essentially is a bit of cardio, a bit of weights sort of thrown together, and then in the evening it'll just be a solely weight session and recovery session.
It's game day, and instead of hitting the gym, Lucy's getting herself ready by heading to the mess for breakfast.
Last night we went for a team meal at Nando's. There was quite a few of us there, and then to be honest, we had quite an early night. After a full day training, it's quite tiring. No, but feeling good going into the game, obviously.
Very early start to get to the mess for breakfast.
Is that a usual thing, or is that just a one-off?
Oh no, we love coming to the mess. We love the mess for breakfast. Cereal, cooked breakfast and toast for £1.68 and a juice. You can't go wrong. Yeah. So we have a team meeting this morning just to announce the squad, go through any final tactics, and then whatever we want really, probably go for a coffee, have a chill, maybe have a nap before we leave for the game.
Brilliant. We'll leave you to your breakfast and we'll catch up with you in a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Starts just for the interest of making sure we finish sooner rather than later. The divers are going to Sandwell, so they may well sit back. We are running later. don't be surprised if you see the driver stamp and walk out. It's not because they're bored, it's because they've got a fixture to get to.
So yeah, we have a level 3 coach, Leanna's absolute top cover, and we look to get her to every event that we can. They've got 5 level 2 coaches, so we do have resilience in that, and that is to be as Trev said earlier, we are self-sufficient now as a squad.
As you can see, this individual is undoubtedly a dedicated, determined and committed member of BRAPSA, as within this role and as a player. We are proud to present for the first time for the women's trophy, Corporal Olivia Duckworth. Thank you for putting me through.
If anybody's interested in getting involved with open water swimming, we are hoping to have more sort of new member engagement events. As Brasso said, we've got the funding now, so we'll look to host another RAF Championships next year.
In terms of content and articles, we need them in fast. So obviously we need them in within a week of when you have had swimmers, players, matches, etc. in certain competitions. If they're not in or captured within that week, we can't send it on to obviously Dan Abrahams. He won't publicise it because it'll be old news essentially. But moving on to next year, we've sort of got a few bits that we're going to try and focus on. I spelled well fast. They just kept laughing. Put me off. Air shows would be a good one because they wrap equipment and put you up in hotels. They pay for it. I do social media, but it's more of like a publicity. So obviously I post on all social media platforms with the RAF swimming team and water polo and so on. But I also have to submit articles to the RAF News as well of obviously when different disciplines are competing, their results and so on, so they can obviously get published. What I was doing earlier was taking headshots of the female women's water polo team, so we can then look to snapshot them into sort of like advert type content in the build up to inter-services next year. There we go. Who have we got left? Oh, I've got Yaz next and then that's it done. You don't want to, that's fine. Done.
Do a passport photo.
That could be a passport photo.
I'm not meant to smile in your passport photos. Like, oh God, looks awful. Jesus Christ.
Don't text me what you'd like for tea.
It's a busy day on camp as back over at the Sports Pavilion, the AGM comes to a close and the women's football team move in for their pre-match briefing.
Our game model then, most important parts for us, we speak about it every meet, is the in-between. Yeah, so in transition, when we have the ball, when we lose it, and when we don't have it and we win it back, yeah? So no matter what happens tonight, them moments are key for us, yeah? When it's on the other side, we forget about the other side, yeah? Just totally forget about it, because I don't think they're going to have a player that can switch the ball from there to there. If they do, I would suggest it's going to be a big lofty pass that by the time it gets there, we'll be able to shift across anyway. So do not worry about the other side. If they switch it, then we can start worrying it by shifting across.
Trust us on the sidelines. If we ask you to go and do something, or we tell you to lock on, or we tell you to sit in deep, if we say get out and press, don't think, oh, I haven't got the confidence to do this, I might not have the legs to do this. Just go and try it. If it fails, that's on us.
Try and get to MT around about 6:10, yeah, and try and set off at 15:15.
Just down the road, Liv and her team are about to dive on in for a training session. But today, it's not about swimming, it's all about water polo.
Obviously body position being really, really important. This exercise is quite a hard dynamic swim, so it's a hard swim, so when you swim your legs are going to be behind you, and you're not going to catch anything with your legs behind you. So that movement of bringing your legs up, turning and getting yourself onto the slant.
hours later and it's almost game time for both teams. But for Lucy, it's not a home game. That means jumping on board the coach and heading out of town.
Yes, the match went really well. It was just a friendly between obviously two teams within the RAF, but we did win, so all is good. The RAF water polo team started a couple of years ago. Obviously, I love like any sport to do with water really, so I gave it a go, and now do swimming and water polo for a civvy club as well. So just a bit of everything. In terms of swimming, from when I was younger, it's like the participation has grown massively. It always has been a sort of really big competitive sport, but obviously since London 2012 and obviously all the local gold medals that have come from that, and I think the participation has obviously grown, so it's a lot more competitive, a bit more discipline I think in terms of the training sessions and training times as well now, but I think there's a lot more funding, so all really is good.
Going in for the press, and I get it, we're used to it, that's what we tell you to do all the time. But it's having that game awareness of it, right, they've got us against this, if we're going to just go running past them and let them sprint past, we're just doing doggies up and down the pitch and we're killing ourselves every single time. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a back five, and we're going to stick in with a back five. You'll go out to the left, alright, you'll stay in the middle, Beeves, you'll stay in the middle. How many chances did we make as well, by the way? Yeah? So, look, there's chances, either you're unlucky with that finish, yeah? I think if you've got on the other side, or 2 inches higher, not you, the shot, I think we'd have scored, yeah? Because they've got FA Cup on Sunday, yeah? So, they'll be fit, but you're already in the game, yeah? They'll take a while to catch up into the game, okay? So play the game that we've asked you to play this half, okay? Really, really quick. You're probably going to watch the centre halves.
Wise, to be fair. George.
I mean, obviously it wasn't the result that we wanted, but I think the way the girls stuck together as a team and the way we played was something to be really proud of. And yeah, hopefully we need to take that into the next game as well. We're a group of players that can regroup really quickly, and coming back together next month, I know it's going to be a fresh start and we'll just go again. I'm the sort of player that I will think about it for a little bit, but like I say, we've just got to keep going, and yeah, we'll go back. Obviously I'd rather be playing football 100% of the time, but yeah, I'll go back to work and just think about coming back again next month.
Is it easy just going straight back into the job?
I mean, it's hard to want to go back to work. Can I say that? No, I love my job. I love playing football. I joined to play football and I joined to do my job, so naturally balancing that it's good fun because I get to do two things that I love doing. Awesome.
You're done with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you're interested in getting involved in anything you've seen today, or would like to know more about a career in the Royal Air Force, then head on over to recruitment.raf.mod.uk, and if you want to see more content like this, just search for Find Your Force.